podcast where we talk about anything and everything from faith, finance, and fitness to things that life throws at us. Guys, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. We're going to talk about the hot topic for this weekend, that is Doctor Strange. I'm joined by one of my good friends who is a full-time student at FAU. He's in the architecture program, and he's a funny guy, and he's a very intellectual person too, which is why I couldn't go on this review by myself. Ladies and gentlemen, Matthew Yeo. Matt, thanks for coming on the podcast, bro.
What's going on, y'all? Let's get into the universe of the collision of Multiverse of Madness.
Bro, so, I'm not gonna lie, dude. I am kind of discontent with how the hype was for that movie. I went in with high expectations and I left a little bit disappointed. I don't think it was a bad film, but I definitely do think it could have done a little bit better. So I want to talk to you, just the good in the film, the bad in the film, what could have been better, and the surprises too on what you may have not expected and I didn't expect.
I think that's fair. I definitely know that we had talked about this. I was hyping it up. I feel a little bit of discontent as with it. I said that it was going to be better than No Way Home. I was wrong. I think to start off, we have to look at it from this sense that the director wanted this film to be originally a Marvel horror movie. And he said that he wanted it to be a multi-dimensional horror film with all of these alien entities and dark magic monsters coming together, and Doctor Strange was going to be fighting them. And that obviously didn't happen. It felt more like a just a giant chase scene of Doctor Strange running from and figuring out how to solve this problem. And clearly, it just wasn't what we wanted it to be, which is fair.
Yeah, bro, I'm not gonna lie. I think the obviously Benedict Cumberbatch's like portrayal of Doctor Strange didn't let me down. At least it didn't let me down. I think Benedict. See, I don't know why I'm struggling with the name Benedict. He's spot on. Obviously, with his performance in the first Doctor Strange, Infinity War, Endgame, No Way Home. All these things, and he delivered in Doctor Strange 2. I think my beef a little bit was with the storyline, the plot, that sort of thing.
I think the writing was where it was the weakest because you have all of these amazing characters that everyone loves. Everyone loves Strange, obviously. I love Benedict. Everyone loves Wong. Everyone loves Scarlet Witch. The other people, I think even America Chavez was at least a little bit likable. She was annoying at times, but I think the writing was what was the most annoying. And I think what was wrong that they first tried to do was they just bit off way more than they could chew. You have the Illuminati introduced, which is crossing the bridge between Avengers and X-Men, which is big on its own. And in my opinion, I think that should have happened in its own movie as well. Then you have this clash between Scarlet Witch and Doctor Strange, which is huge. You have these two extremely powerful magic users, as well as you have how many Doctor Stranges were in that movie?
So we
Three at
had
least.
the original, we had the Defender, we had the three-eyed one, and if you want to count this one, the fourth one who was dead. I don't know if you're gonna count him, but yeah.
Yeah, so we had a lot of multiverses all in one thing. So you just have so much stuff happening, and it's a lot to have all in one movie runtime. It's just a lot. The script was not adapted well to hold all of that burden well. I think it was entertained. I will definitely watch it again. I don't think I would pay to watch it again. So if someone's like, "Hey Matt, you want to come to see this?" I'm gonna be like, "Nah, man, that's cool." And then they're gonna be like, "I got your ticket." I'm gonna be like, "Okay, okay, let's go." But I don't like how the plot evolved throughout the story. I feel like the big um, awakening to the crowd in the movie just happened way too early, and then there was no big climactic moment throughout the rest of the film. There was some very cool shots, there were some very crazy moments, but nothing like and then the rest of the movie was changed afterwards. So we'll go from there.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it was good in the beginning, to a certain degree. I just think it was a little bit slow. I think the transitioning from certain plots to certain plots, and then it kind of getting slapped in the face with the Illuminati. Obviously, it wasn't a surprise about the Illuminati. I think what was more of a surprise for me was who was in the Illuminati, because they kind of teased it a little bit, and I think that's another problem too, bro. Is the fact that they showed way too much. To my knowledge, they showed way too much on the TV spots, the trailer, and I actually avoided the TV spots, and I only watched like the first two trailers. I'm like, all right, that's it, that's fine. But they, I do remember in like a thumbnail, what's her face, like Peggy Carter's or Captain America. She, they showed her shield, and it's like, well, couldn't you have just not advertised that and waited until to reveal that into the movie? What caught me by surprise, though, which I genuinely did not expect, was Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic. That was nuts to me. That was awesome, because you hear the rumors, you see the rumors, you see the Photoshop online, but to see it with my own eyeballs, like, John Krasinski, one of the top actors, I would say, in my opinion, for him to play such an iconic comic book character, that was amazing. It was nuts for me, and I freaked out. Our theater freaked out, and they had a pretty good reaction to that. What I didn't appreciate, though, was not their acting. It was more so, once again, the plot line behind it, of like how, they show them, they're revealed, there's not that much action with them, and then they, the Illuminati get killed off. Now, I believe, and I acknowledge that I don't think that's their end. I really do believe that there will be others. It's just different variants. It's Marvel. They figure it out. It's like, they'll have the same actor, 100 different variants, 1,000. I don't think that's their stop. But it was pretty cool, their tease, because I genuinely don't think Marvel is just going to be like, oh, here's the Illuminati, and that's their debut. I think, that was just more so like an appetizer that wasn't big enough, that I told Bowman, when I asked his opinion on Doctor Strange. I just think, like, they could have expanded a little bit onto it, and they definitely overhyped and overpromoted the idea of the Illuminati just to get, like, a pretty small amount of screen time with them.
And I think Marvel's been guilty of doing this before, where the trailer is so different and falsely advertised from how the movie really was. I remember in Infinity War, everyone thought Hulk was going to be in it. That boy didn't even turn on. So we won't even get to that. But unfortunately, we will not get to see too much of the Illuminati in that film, because, Scarlet Witch makes quick work of them in an almost comedic way, if not definitely darkly gross. I think that was quite possibly the most gruesome part of the most Marvel movies we've ever seen. Uh, Multiple deaths, quick work, takes him to the chop shop, literally like plays with Captain. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so we won't talk too much in detail of the gruesome fight between the Illuminati and Wanda, but I definitely want to say that we will see them again, because everyone was extremely surprised to see John Krasinski be Mr. Fantastic, and everyone's super happy about that fan casting. And I know that he wanted to be in the Marvel universe for a long time, so that was something that was built up well. And everyone's gonna see the X-Men in general, you know, uh, Professor X, they're going to return. I don't know about Black Bolt, just because he's a little bit of a character that's not well known, not a favorite, but he's cool, having a big, loud voice is a cool power. I think maybe they can market that. I certainly think that the mutants and the X-Men and the Fantastic Four will get their time to shine later on. But this movie was about Doctor Strange and Wanda, and that clash, and the Scarlet Witch character arc coming to a close. I think Wanda's character arc was probably the saving grace of this film. We love Benedict, you know, obviously. I think throughout the WandaVision TV series and ending with this film, we see her hubris finally end, and we see that she realizes what she's done at the finale, and she's like, okay, I need to make amends with myself and with everyone. And she messed up, and that's what we'll make of it. I think the next couple of films that are not advertised, I know we have Thor coming up and what else. I'm sure the next films will have more multidimensional characters come in and make a secondary appearance or perhaps just pop in and out. I'm sure we will be happy with John Krasinski popping up at least. At least I hope, I know that I want him to see, he's got to come in again.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely think John Krasinski. I don't think John Krasinski is capable of making a quick appearance and then bye, I'm out. I genuinely believe I'm on the same page as you that he will return without a doubt. It's just a matter of can we get Emily Blunt as the Invisible Woman? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. That would be nice. I think it'd be nice. I think it'd be very interesting. And I really do believe that John, oh my gosh, like just seeing the, 5 minutes of him on screen, I still can't believe it. I was on YouTube yesterday and today just seeing the leaked scenes to watch it again because that's how content and satisfied I was with him as Mr. Fantastic. Obviously, yeah, from the physical appearance, but also the way he portrayed the character, I genuinely loved it.
Big hopes, big hopes. I wonder, do his kids act? Were the kids in uh the other movies, were those his kids that he directed? In A Quiet Place, were those his kids or were those different actors?
So those were different actors. I don't know how old his. I know he has kids, but I think they're like still relatively like small or young. I think they're like I don't know 6, 7, 8, 9 around there. But yeah,
I just thought a fantastic family for the Fantastic Four would be amazing, and it would be a new dynamic to the Marvel Universe because I forget the name exactly, but Reed Richards' kid is an extremely strong mutant, if I'm not mistaken. And I think that would be a really cool plot point for a family dynamic that we would not see in the Marvel Universe until then because Iron Man had a kid. He didn't get to live long to see it though, so that's unfortunate. R.I.P. But other than that, I think he's the only parent to ever be in Marvel, other than Wolverine. But we won't talk about Logan anyway. Too depressing. Um, no, I'm looking forward to the movies that will happen after Thor, Love and Rock and Roll, whatever it's called. Um, and I don't even know what's coming after that, but I know we're gonna have some type of Civil War type of movie with Secret Wars tied in, where different universes are fighting each other. Because we're gonna want a way for Miles Morales to come in. We're gonna want a way for evil versions of characters that we love and think are innocent to come in and just absolutely kick some butt. People are gonna want to see Loki again, of course, so on and so forth.
yeah. Adding on to that though, or at least changing the subject, what would you say is the good parts of the film? What are the things that you enjoyed? What are some of the stuff that you were like, man, I appreciated that?
Okay, I appreciated the humor that while it was dark and a little random in the movie, I can appreciate it. I know that I laughed a lot in the movie, and I didn't laugh in the first Doctor Strange. So it was a little different in that sense. You could also feel the emotional circumstances within the movie. You could feel that longing that Benedict had. You could feel the loneliness that Doctor Strange had. I liked that. And then the third thing I also liked was when Doctor Strange possessed his dead body from another universe and he goes demon cloak ninja on the Scarlet Witch at the end. I wish I could have had 25 minutes of that alone, and then I would probably bump up the movie score from a 7.5 to a 7.9 just from that alone. I think those visuals were really cool, but I did like how this movie kept it very violent and gruesome. You know, a lot of impaling, a lot of dismembering, a lot of cutting, some people's heads imploding, many things. You know, just a lot of damage to bodies, blood, demons, some scary imagery. Marvel tends to shy away from some of that or oversaturates it. This was pretty dark, and I enjoyed it because it was very different. And we already talked about that a little bit at the beginning of the show. I think hopefully this will be a note for the future for them to not shy away at all and just fully commit to something in the future.
Yeah, one of the things I appreciated from the film was the fact that you can see how much growth he's gone through and how much he actually like genuinely cares about it. Because when you remember this in the first one, he was very arrogant, he was very prideful, he was very much like, he didn't give a crap about anyone except for his lifestyle, and then his thing going on with Christine, and his portrayal too of how much of an amazing doctor he is, and how he can save lives, and he wasn't humble, and obviously the car crash and the circumstances, kept him humble. And then you can see a little bit of like pride with his one-on-one with Tony Stark from Avengers Infinity War. But one thing I appreciated precisely from this film is his care of not only obviously for the universe and him as a hero, but also how much he genuinely cares about America Chavez. Like, he's not willing to throw her under the bus, or he's not willing to take out like her power abilities for his personal use, or to even for the quote unquote greater good. He was still very cautious, and he was very much considerate, and it was almost like a little like a father figure kind of thing for her, because obviously she didn't have one. And so I just thought it was funny how he very much cared for her. He cared for the sake of the universe, and he cared. You could tell that there was a genuine care for all the circumstances, all these things, and compared to all his other versions of Doctor Strange, he was arrogant. He didn't care what he had to do. He still was willing to sacrifice certain people or whatever. But our, Doctor Strange, our MCU one, he, no matter what the cost was, he was very much willing to pay it, to be very cautious and considerate with the circumstances and the people around him as well.
Yeah, we definitely don't see a lot of that arrogant, stylish ego that he had in the first movie. I remember he would boast about the magic he used, and he would talk about how powerful he is to Stark and the whole Avengers cast in all of the Infinity War era. But in this movie, we start off right off the bat. He's depressed, he's at the wedding, and he's also worried about this girl who he has no idea who she is. Literally fell out of a portal. Who are you? I'm going to care about you anyway. So we definitely see a softer side to this, and they definitely call it out. Wouldn't you sacrifice her for the greater good? And he's like, no, I've learned. And so we get that. And not only do we get that, but we get his commitment to it throughout the movie. I think for 90% of the movie, he's protecting her in one way or another, or finding ways to protect her. So I like this character development. It's a nice, quick, not on the nose type of writing for this character, while some characters that are vastly popular in the MCU just don't have any character development, or the character development happens in one movie and everyone's like, oh, he's a different guy. Nice. So I did like that aspect of the film as well.
Another thing I appreciated too was, for instance, I personally love Captain America Civil War, but it didn't feel like a Captain America solo film. It felt more of a Avengers versus Avengers kind of thing, which I get, because the subtitle Civil War, I'm very cautious and understanding of that. But it didn't have that vibe of like, oh, this is only a Captain America solo film. What I loved here, that Sam Raimi did a good job on, was the fact that this is a Doctor Strange film, but they still did a bunch of character expansion. You know, like we said earlier, the Illuminati, America Chavez, Wanda, you know, so many characters, and yet it was all still directed towards under the title of Doctor Strange precisely. It was still his own film, and it wasn't like, oh, it's his own film, but it's more about these characters. They still made it matter about Doctor Strange. So that was another thing I appreciated.
No, I definitely get that and agree with that statement. We got to see all of the cool magic that Doctor Strange offers. We get to see the cool spells and Benedict Cumberbatch being slick. You know, I would say that the majority of the film is divided into Wanda and Strange, with a little bit more of Strange, obviously. And then they have America Chavez. I just wish we had a little bit more of quality acting out of her to give us more of who she is, who she was. Because without a doubt, they're going to have her be an Avenger or something. You know, I see her working under the command of the younger Avengers like Spider-Man. Because I don't even, how old is she? Is she 16? How old is she? 15?
Is Wanda? You're talking about Wanda Maximoff?
No, America.
Oh, America. She, I would assume 15, 16.
Does she have a superhero name?
Excuse me?
Does she have a superhero name?
Yeah, America Chavez.
No. That's her given name. I'm saying I don't want to say on the show that she is Miss Marvel, but you don't know either.
Miss Marvel. So there's a girl who like can stretch her hands out. That's Miss Marvel, who's like the younger version. But I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure America Chavez is like her, just her name. Like that's literally her superhero name and her regular name. Kind of like Doctor Strange, you know, because he's a doctor and his last name is Strange. I'm pretty sure that. And his
Yeah,
last name is Strange.
but
I'm
that's
pretty sure.
cool though.
Yeah.
Uh, and I won't get into the name details, but I would have just liked a little bit more window into her personality. Maybe if she gave off a good joke or something like that. At the end, she kind of said, "Oh, look, I can make sparks." And she's training to be a sorcerer. Okay, you know, all right. But I would have just liked a little bit more. But at least she wasn't as annoying as the kids. Wanda's kids, every time they appeared, every word of dialogue, every second that their mouth was open, I was like, you're tearing apart the universe for this, for these two little kids. Holy cow. They needed to teach them boys more about how to be on the big screen.
Yeah. No comment. That's all I can say. But dude, so I'm gonna stick, you know, to a 7 out of 10. I think is gonna be my final decision on the rating. I think, or you said it, but just to be clear, what is your final rating on the movie overall?
I would say a 7.5 because it did things that no other Marvel movie has done before. And it took a lot on and did some of it successfully. 7.5, maybe a little bit higher, but 7.5 for sure.
That's valid, bro. I appreciate that. Thanks for coming on the podcast, dude. Thanks for taking the time. And real quick, do you want to plug any socials, anything, you know, for any ladies out there who, you know, they want to hit you up?
No, I ain't got no socials for me. I'm mysterious like that. But thanks for having me, Guillermo. Have a great day, dog. Be blessed.